Hello everyone, this is Chartype, and welcome back to Exit Corners. So, we completed Chapter 1 last time, so now we get to go on to Chapter 2. It ended on a bit of a cliffhanger, so it should be interesting to see where that picks up. And okay, so Chapter 2 is called Sense Game. I guess we'll find out who Scent is. Chapter 2, Sense Game. What happened to me? The same question repeated itself endlessly in Ink's head. It had been less than an hour since Ink had woken up in the Four Elements Hotel. Since then, he had been acquainted with a handful of strangers who, like him, had no idea why they were there. To add to the confusion, Ink's phone had been stolen. In its place was a PDA which could only contact his friend and colleague, Sean. The one who had woken him up was a girl named Aether. Right now, she was doing her best. Okay, seems like a typo. She was doing her best to keep Ink's blood loss to a minimum after a violent episode of sudden hemorrhaging. Enough. I think it stopped for good. I mean, for now. Whew. How are you feeling then? I could be worse, considering. Thanks for helping me keep that under control. That kind of bleeding isn't normal, is it? No, I've never experienced anything like that in my life. Say, how do I look? Most of the blood landed on the wall or floor, and we've wiped away what was on your face, so you look okay. Got a bit on your scarf, but you might be able to wash it out. Ink gave his scarf a quick twist, hiding the tiny bloodstains from view. Okay, priorities. Cool, don't mention this to anyone, alright? Well, why not? This could be serious. This seems like the kind of thing that could make people panic, you know? Until we know what's going on, let's keep this on the down low. Oh, so he's not just concerned about his appearance. He's thinking of not panicking everyone. I guess that's kind of smart. But I'll worry about my personal health once I've made it home. Besides, I feel better now. Huh. Aether. ... Don't look at me like that. I'll be fine. What makes you so sure? I'm the detective, remember? You can't kill off the detective before he solves any mysteries. This isn't a story, Ink. Life's a kind of story, no? Oh, waxing philosophical here. Just promise me you'll go for a checkup when we get back to campus? Deal. Let's get out of here then. It wasn't an act. Ink did feel better. Whatever his affliction was, it had passed. I won't be able to get medical attention until I get out of here, anyway. Grabbing Ink by the wrist, Aether dragged him down the once locked double doors at the end of the hall. On the other side was a small lounge. To Ink's surprise, his other new acquaintances were scattered about the room. Quiet and grave, they were keeping to themselves. You guys are still here? Door's locked. Huh? The door over there, opposite from the one you just came through. It wouldn't budge when I tried to open it. It's just like that last room. There aren't any other exits? Do you really think we'd still be here if there was another way out? So, what, we're just supposed to wait here? We aren't in a position to do anything else. I don't like this. I want out. I know, dear. Please, have a seat for the time being. Let's try to be patient. Beth lowered her head and grew quiet. Ink slumped into the nearest seat. From here, he had a good view of the wall-mounted screen. So now what? Nobody answered. The others were either fiddling with the devices they had been given or staring at the wall. Ink sighed. Not a real social bunch, are they? Well, whatever. I guess we just wait for that face thing to show up. As if on cue, the monitor sparked to life. Speak of the devil. This message is set to play after a short delay. If any contestants are not present, please retrieve them. Who are you? Why do you look like that? Please note that this message is a recording and will only play once. It is advisable that you pay attention. Hello, contestants. Long time no see. That was a joke, of course. I saw you but moments ago. Oh ho ho. I already hate this guy. Yep. Please sit down. Make yourselves comfortable. Relax. I'm sure you all have questions for me. I ask you to be patient. By the end of my little speech, I imagine that at least a few of your concerns will have been addressed. Let me start by confirming that yes, you have been abducted, and yes, I am the one responsible. Sorry about that. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Sent. Well, there's the title and the question answered. Title posed as a question. Anyway, yeah, this is Sent. I'll be as brief as I can. I have brought you here today so that you may play a game of my own design. The name of my game is Exit/Corners. Oh, title drop. The rules are simple. I have placed you in the heart of the lovely Four Elements Hotel. As Game Master, I will do my best to keep you there. If you manage to exit the hotel, you win. If your heart stops beating, you lose. Wait, what? My question exactly. And that's all there is to it. Not so difficult to understand. Allow me to be clear. In this game, you must put yourself first. Your victory or defeat is not tied to that of any other contestant. I have made some alterations to the Four Elements Hotel to allow for a more pleasant gaming experience. Pleasant for him, no doubt. One such amelioration is the inclusion of 16 pounds of industrial-grade Semtex at this building foundation. Yeah. Definitely for him. In 24 hours, the aforementioned explosives will detonate. This will cause the entire structure to collapse. In the event you are still in the building at the time of collapse, you will most likely be crushed and killed, resulting in a loss. Pardon the negativity. But please, do not misunderstand me. I want you to escape through the exit. I most certainly do. That's why I've given you all a Gemini, to give you a fighting chance. Each of you have been entrusted with an electronic device that I've dubbed Gemini. I assume you are already all aware of this fact. Why Gemini, you ask? Each Gemini has a twin. Gemini may only send and receive messages from their twin. The other halves of your Gemini have been left in the care of someone you know. These people will be referred to as your contacts. Right now, as far as any of you are concerned, your contact is the most important person in the world. While your contacts may be different, they're all equally important. I guarantee you'll need their help to achieve victory today, so try your best to get along with them. Poor communication kills, you know. I suppose I've rambled on long enough, haven't I? I'll leave you all alone then. The next puzzle will be available in just a moment. I've got a myriad of challenges lined up for today. I'm rather fond of puzzles. As you can see, hopefully my fondness is contagious. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Adieu, contestants, and good luck. Okay, well that explains a lot. The screen went blank. Ink had endless questions for Cent, but it was clear that he wasn't coming back. What? Ink rose to his feet, shaking. 1,000 thoughts raced through his head. What was the purpose of exit corners? Who was Cent? Was it just bad luck that Ink wound up as a contestant, or was he specifically targeted? Let's see. Okay, I have two choices. What the fuck is going on, and is that guy for real? I'll go with the milder option. Is that guy for real? Dude might as well have a curly villain mustache. It would be difficult to twirl with no hands, I think. Ah, good point. Well, these characters are delightfully genre-savvy. I'm glad to see you're at least taking the news well. It all feels kinda surreal, you know? I mean, did someone just tell me that I was going to die? Like, actually? Aren't you scared at all? I'm more confused than anything. But yeah, of course I'm scared. I think we're all a bit scared, dear. The first step to overcoming fear is to understand it. Is that something they told you in your program? No, I just sort of made that up. Still, seems like a useful bit of advice right now, don't you think? Maybe we should take some time to make sure we're all on the same page. Forgot what voice I was using for her for a second. Good idea. Let's go over what we know. Lisa, Ray, are you both paying attention? This is important. Yeah, I'm listening. Don't mind me. Ray, who had been leaning on the wall in silence, rejoined the others. Just as he opened his mouth, a familiar noise emanated from the terminal. The contestants all turned to face it. It's another puzzle. I guess it was set to initialize shortly after the message finished playing. Before we get to that, I think we should still do a short recap. Right, where should we start? Cent. Is that why you were so deep in thought back there? Yeah, who is he exactly? He's a big old question mark for me. I can't figure him out. If he's the one that brought us here, and if none of us remember anything from before this morning, that makes him the only one who really knows what's going on right now. What's his motive? How was I abducted? Is all of this really necessary? Why did he choose me? Why did he choose any of us? That's what concerns me the most. Your guess is as good as mine, although... If we can determine how or why we were chosen, we might be able to figure out who he is. What do you mean by that? If he kidnapped us at random, then Scent is probably just some kind of maniac, right? But if he chose us specifically, then he must know us to some degree. He hasn't addressed us by name, so it's not out of the question that he chose his victims at random. Yeah, maybe he's just some nutjob. I'm not so sure about that. I'm not saying that Scent knows us all personally, but I don't think he would kidnap people at complete random. I don't think anyone would do that. Seriously? Do you not think that anyone could be this malicious? Aether... Oh, this is still right. Aether, I know you're in a psych program. I get that. But that doesn't make you an expert on the human psyche. Some people are 100% batshit crazy, you know? Have you listened to the way Scent speaks? Something's wrong with that guy. That, isn't what I meant. I think I know what Aether was trying to say. So much effort went into capturing us and setting everything up. I mean, there are hand scanners and these Gemini devices and the like. Why would someone go through all this trouble to scare the shit out of random people? Isn't there an easier way to do that? Like I said, some people are real messed up. Even still, people like Scent usually have patterns. He might not know us all personally, but there's probably at least one thing that we all have in common. Maybe we meet a certain set of criteria. Right, I hadn't thought of that. Ink examined each of his fellow contestants one at a time, and as he did, he noticed that they were all glancing around at each other. He let out a weak laugh. We don't really have much in common, do we? I mean, we got both men and women, students and dropouts, young people, and, middle-aged persons. Ink, I'm a senior. I'd appreciate it if you didn't mince words when our lives could be on the line. Please and thank you. Anyway, the point is that I don't see anything in common between the five of us. Something less obvious, perhaps? Two options. I mean, this one doesn't seem to make very much sense. I mean, there are presumably thousands of people who live in Bellbridge, so that still leaves the question of why these five? Maybe something online? Maybe something online? We might all frequent the same forum or social network or something. What, you think that me and Aether over there visit the same bunch of sites? Yeah, I'm not sure how likely that is. I can't say I spend too much time online myself. Yeah. Maybe we all looked up the wrong thing in a search engine at some point? Did anyone else read the wiki page on the Illuminati recently? You had better be joking, Ink. Hey, I'm just throwing out ideas. Besides, aren't there a couple of sites that everyone visits? Like, social media? I'm afraid I don't even own a computer. It was a good guess, though. Oh. Well, there goes that idea. Illuminati not confirmed. Let's forget it for now, I guess. I barely know any of you, so there's no way I'm going to be able to figure out what ties us all together, if there's anything at all. Whatever his reasons for capturing us, Scent clearly isn't his real name. Says the guy who's named Ink. Come on, man. Yeah, Ray gets it. Come on, man. Your name is Ink, you're dating a girl named Aether, and you don't think a name like Scent could be legit? We're not dating. Oh, you guys came out of the same room, so I just assumed. Seemed like you knew each other. So the two of you are complete strangers that just happened to wake up in the same room? Same bed, actually. Geez, that must have been awkward. I guess Scent thought it'd be funny. And I've got to hand it to him, it is kinda funny. You're sweating buckets right now, bud. Let me do you both a favor and change the subject. Please. Why don't we get started on this puzzle? We can chat about Scent later. Remember that we've got a time limit. I'd like to add that there's still the possibility that this is just Scent's idea of a joke. There may be no explosives or time limit. Right now we're just taking his word for it. Lisa, you've been so quiet I almost forgot about you. That's because I've been messaging my father instead of standing around chit-chatting. I'm trying to get rescued, not play detective. If you're convinced this whole thing is a joke, then why are you so dead set with getting rescued? I never said that I thought this was a joke, did I? I just said that it was a possibility. Scent has committed a crime in kidnapping us and forcing us to play this game. There's no telling how far he'd go. It's too risky to not take action, even if this is all a big prank. Then why did you even suggest it? Well, I don't want to look like an idiot if this is all fake. Obviously. Do you seriously care that much what other people think of you? Unlike some people, I actually have an image to maintain. A lot of people expect great things from me, you know. Those are pretty big words coming from someone who's probably never worked a day in their life. Guys, come on, not this again. Whatever, I'm done talking to this idiot. Lisa, you said you messaged your father. Does that make him your contact? I don't know, I guess so. What exactly did you tell him? I told him that my kidnapper wasn't interested in a ransom. Instead, he's forcing me to play some weird game and threatening to kill me. Did you let him know that there are other people who have been abducted as well? No. Oh, well, did you at least tell him that you're in a hotel called the Four Elements and that you've got only 24 hours to find a way out? No. Then what did you tell him? I told him what I told you. That's it? Yeah. So? It took you 5 whole minutes to type that out? I'm slow at texting, okay? Give me a break. I can kind of relate. I mean, I have an old flip phone, so... I don't know canonically what kind of phone she has, but... yeah. Bit of relatability for me, personally. You're a teenager. Shouldn't you be an Olympic level texter? Hey, that's stereotyping, I'll have you know. Shut up! Both of you! Shouldn't we get started on the puzzle? You're wasting a lot of time asking me pointless questions. It's pretty obvious she just wants to change the subject, but she's right. We need to push on. Perhaps we should. There's more about this game I'd like to discuss, but we should get this puzzle out of the way first. 5 pairs of wary eyes turned to the terminal. Let's get to it then. By the way, I'm kind of doing the narrator as more of a noir-style narrator in this one. I think it fits. Turn 7 into 26. Excuse me. Okay, I wonder if who you ask changes the ending. This is strange. Doesn't seem to be like anything hidden that I can find. Okay, you need to check your solution. 26. Okay, it doesn't look like it can be the same twist as the last one. Let's try asking Lisa this time. Ink? Lisa, are you going to help us out this time? Yes. Huh, that was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Why the change of heart? I've just been told that my life is on the line. So there's that. Fair enough. Anyway, what do you think of this puzzle? I'm not quite sure yet. Give me a minute to get a good look at it. Alright, I'll be back in a minute. Oh, 26. I mean, it's difficult to make any shape resembling that with this. Whether you use positive space or negative space. I mean, I can make a few things that vaguely resemble... Oh, I can swap across the board? Well, that makes it a lot easier. Have you given the puzzle any thought, Ink? Looks to me like a simple enough task, except there seems to be something that we're not quite getting. Yeah, I don't think that there's a way to rearrange 7 to 26 with the pieces we have here. Exactly. There must be some hint we're still missing. A double meaning, maybe? I'll give it a bit more thought then. 7 into 26. Let's see if she's had time to think about it. Any thoughts? It's a bit like that last puzzle, right? Yeah, that's what it looks like. So it starts out as a 7, and the clue says to turn it into 26. Have you tried drawing the number 26 with the tiles? I can't do that. The tiles aren't the right shape for that. Oh, so what are we supposed to do then? That's what we're trying to figure out. I see. So is that the best you could come up with? Do you want my help or not? I'm not even sure anymore. Let's try Lisa one more time. Come up with any other ideas? No. I'm not sure how useful Lisa is going to be. Maybe I should ask someone else for help. Before they said that the other contestants didn't matter, but all of the puzzles so far seem to be solved as a team. I mean, one puzzle for everyone, so seems to make sense to keep them around. Aether, maybe? You alright, Aether? You've been quiet for a while. I've had a lot on my mind, I guess. If you're not feeling well, you can always let the rest of us handle this. No, doing this puzzle ought to clear my head. I'll gladly help. Alright then, let me know if you can think of anything that might be useful. Okay. Oh, and ink? Yeah? Thanks for being considerate. Okay, well, this episode is going on long, and it's probably getting kind of boring just watching me scratch my head over this one anyway, so I'm going to leave the episode here. This has been Exit Corners. I'll put a link in the description below. If you liked or disliked or just want to comment, please let me know what you thought by using the like and or comment buttons below. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.